Why utility matters more than technology. Most crypto projects don't fail because the technology is bad. They fail because nobody truly needs them. Lasting utility is rare. And unless a network solves a problem, good technology is common. People are forced to care about, its value remains fragile. That's why valuation must start with utility, not innovation. Utility versus speculation. Before we go further, we need a clean definition. Speculation is optional. Utility is forced. Speculation exists because people expect price appreciation. Utility exists because something breaks if the system disappears. Confusing these two is one of the most expensive mistakes investors make. What real utility actually means. Utility does not mean activity. It does not mean transactions, wallets, or volume by themselves. Real utility creates dependence. If users can walk away without consequences, the usage was optional. Optional usage does not anchor long-term value. A simple Bitcoin example. Let's use Bitcoin to make this concrete. People don't use Bitcoin only because they think the price will go up. They use it to store value without a bank to send money across borders and to hold an asset that cannot be easily changed or blocked. Bitcoin has continued operating for more than a decade through multiple bull and bear markets. Now imagine Bitcoin stopped working tomorrow. Exchanges freeze. Payments stop. Transfers fail. Savings become inaccessible. Something real breaks. That is utility. Now compare that to a token people buy only because they expect it to pump. If that token disappeared tomorrow, nothing outside trading would stop. That is speculation. Both can have buyers. Only one creates dependence. Metric 1. Forced usage. Now bring this back to valuation. The first metric is forced usage. Ask this directly. Does someone have to use this network to complete an action? Bitcoin does not require excitement to function. It works whether people are optimistic or fearful. If a token is optional to the system's operation, utility is weak. Forced usage creates demand, even when price is boring. Metric 2. Usage persistence. The second metric is usage persistence. Speculative usage behaves like excitement. It rises quickly and disappears just as fast. Bitcoin usage has persisted through market crashes, liquidity exits, and long periods of low interest. Transactions slow, but they do not vanish. That persistence tells you the network is being used for reasons beyond speculation. Metric 3. Who is using the network? The third metric is user composition. Speculation attracts holders. Utility attracts operators. Bitcoin is used by individuals, businesses, miners, and infrastructure providers. If activity mostly comes from short-term traders, utility is fragile. If it comes from repeat users over long periods, utility is forming. Metric 4. Substitution risk. The fourth metric is substitution risk. Ask this simply. Can users easily replace this system? Bitcoin has switching costs, infrastructure built over years, security assumptions tested over time, trust earned through survival. That friction matters. If users can switch away overnight with no real impact, utility is replaceable. Metric 5. Incentive sensitivity. The fifth metric is incentive sensitivity. Speculative usage depends on rewards. When rewards stop, activity stops. Bitcoin continues to operate even as incentives change because people rely on it. If usage only exists because people are being paid to participate, you are not observing utility. How utility anchors valuation. Speculation can push price for short periods. Utility anchors value over long periods. Speculation explains volatility. Utility explains survival. That is why Bitcoin has outlived multiple market cycles while thousands of speculative tokens disappeared. The utility filter. Here is the filter. If people use a network because they expect price appreciation, it is speculation. If people use a network because they need it to function, it is utility. That distinction changes how you evaluate risk. What this changes for capital allocation. Speculative assets require timing. Utility-based assets reward patience. Neither is automatically good or bad, but confusing them leads to broken expectations and unmanaged risk. Valuation only works when utility is clear. What comes next? In the next video, we'll move to the next illusion that traps investors: price versus market capitalization, and why cheap-looking coins are often the most expensive mistakes. If you want to learn how to value crypto assets without hype and without shortcuts, subscribe to Crypto Vista. This playlist is about clarity. Crypto Vista. Clarity over chaos.